Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing well, and even if you are not, I have some news that might help fix your bad day. Let's get into it. I haven't been this excited since the PvA came out, which was completely abandoned, as I was finally able to see Overwatch stories. Of course, after the honeymoon phase faded, I saw how some parts of the story felt rushed and poorly designed. I mean, the story mode completely was disaster. And a few seasons later, they hit us with the news that they wouldn't be making story mode anymore, meaning they will no longer be focusing on the story anymore. And because of that, they even stopped to make cinematics. That's the reason I dropped Overwatch for so many seasons and didn't look back for a whole year. It had always been my dream to see Overwatch story because the game has a completely unique and well-written story that I quite enjoy every time. I mean, even a simple character has a completely unique story. I had even made a video about Overwatch's full story in Turkish language back when this channel wasn't in English yet. That just shows how much I love the story. Well, after all of that, I barely had any hope left for the story and settled for the small hero interactions in the spawn rooms or the occasional source story that Overwatch sometimes releases. Over the last 2 seasons, I began to notice a pattern. Yes, we've always had interactions between heroes, but those were usually just simple or niche moments. Ilaria felt guilty after accidentally killing her people, or how Anna tries to convince Jake that he shouldn't go after Raze. Just simple some stuffs. But in these last 2 seasons, we started to get more story related interactions. Yes, the previous ones were technically part of the story too, but they were niche or not particularly significant. These recent seasons, however, have introduced new voice lines that reflect what's currently going on and even hint at what's coming next. Like in Overwatch 1, we could see Maximilian that would be mentioned about it, or Talon going new operations, and etc. Now, of course, these are only I noticed myself and it's not a big deal. But recently, d.va played a game with Aaron Keller, the head of Overwatch, and one of my favorite voice actors, McLeod, who also voices Hazard. And this wasn't a simple talk about Overwatch's future, it was huge. They asked Aaron some questions about the story and also touched on other important topics, though those aren't the focus right now. We might talk about them later. And Aaron actually answered them without any hesitation. I mean, he did, but he answered anyway. Now, let me say this upfront. No, they didn't specifically confirm that the story mode is coming back soon, but they might be doing something similar. What do I mean by that? As I mentioned about it, we've only had a simple cinematics. Aaron mentioned that we, the players, always loved when they release story-related cinematics, which we are totally do. Back then, they used to create a lot of cinematics and put all their passion into them, which I totally agree. After scrapping the story mode, which was the main reason Overwatch 2 was released, they had to start from the scratch, which put them in a relative position. But Aaron said they never gave up and didn't abandon the story entirely. They just had to start beginning from the scratch, and now for the curious ones just like me, here's what Aaron said.
And it didn't, like that didn't work out, and so it was kind of a bit of a reset moment for us when that happened, and we would like to get back to it. I think it's like one of the best parts of Overwatch is the universe and the characters that are there, and so like that's definitely a goal of ours to get back to it. It's just there's been a bit of a kind of like a step backwards that we had to take in order for us to be able to start moving forward on it again.
Now, yes, that speech is a bit open-ended, so if you ask me what it means, I can say for sure. But it could mean the return of high quality cinematics just like we used to have, or maybe small story related game modes like we had back in Overwatch 1, the archives, or with a small chance, but with tiny small chance, the continuation of the story mode, which I totally wanted. But no matter what, they haven't given up on the story, and they want to return to it. Aaron confirmed this by saying this.
For me personally, I think for us to say that like Overwatch 2 is firing on all cylinders, we need to have some of that come back.
This means they are focusing on and starting to add more content to the game. I mean, the story related part of the game. And we are actually seeing those. Well, that's all for the information. If you want to listen to full conversation, you can go to J3's channel and check it out. That's all for this video. I really hope they return with a story they can properly handle this time. Anyway, well, see you guys in the next video. Take care of yourself. Bye bye.